Dr. Curley Boo Johnson is a world famous Harlem Globetrotter who played 18 seasons from 1988 to 2007, performing on 6 continents and 94 countries. Curley inherited the role of dribbling wizard, made famous by Marques Haynes and Neal, and became known as the world's greatest dribbler. Curley was a member of the team that participated in the enshrinement ceremony when the Globetrotters were inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame in 2002. A native of Peoria, Illinois, he attended Peoria Central High School and gained All-American honors at Spoon River College, in which he was 7th in the nation in shooting. He starred at Loras College in Dubuque, Iowa, where he became the first athlete to have his jersey retired. Curley earned a degree in marketing at Loras and later an honorary doctorate. Nicknamed Boo by his father, who was the first black player to play for Bradley University and led them to a national title in 1957 and played for the Harlem Globetrotters. Curley Boo has been inducted into the Peoria Sports Hall of Fame, the Peoria High Hall of Fame, African American Hall of Fame, Spoon River College Hall of Fame, and Curley was inducted in the IBCA Illinois Basketball Hall of Fame. It's a lot of places to visit him. Since his retirement, Mr. Johnson started the Skills for Life Basketball Academy camps, and it has grown into Central Illinois' largest and most competitive basketball camps with kids coming from over 80 communities. So let's start off there, Curley. Why did you create the Skills for Life Basketball Academy?
I was bored. Well, to be honest, my Globetrotter career ended, and I wanted to stay involved in basketball, and I wanted to give back all the things that I've learned from what you just spoke on. And best place to do it was my hometown of Peoria. Peoria has always been so gracious to me. I wanted to give back. So I started a basketball academy, and it took off. It's grown every single year. We expanded to girls. We started out with boys initially, and then we started with girls, 3 years later? And my girls' camp is larger than the boys. It just continues to basically sell itself. Very proud of it.
I'm sure you are. I know when you work with young people, one of the most rewarding things is when they come back to you years later and tell you about the impact you made or tell what they've gone on and do with their lives. Have you had enough kids go on to have success or come back and talk to you? Any great stories there?
Many of them have gone on to success. Right now, there's 68 of, I call my kids that are playing college basketball. I'm very proud of that. And over the years, I track them and follow their games. And when they graduate, I get their graduation picture and put on my camp Facebook page to let all the younger kids know that that's a part of the process is the school part, not just the basketball. But when they come around and tell me all those good things about how I've helped them along the way, it does ignite me. It does light a fire under me, but it also lets me know how old I am.
Well, you are continuing a great tradition of Peoria residents going on to basketball success. I live in Champaign, Illinois, grew up around there, and we know you've sent a lot of players to play at the University of Illinois.
I got a few that have played at University of Illinois, and currently the player that's on the Fighting Illini is DeMonte Williams, who is doing very well there. I'm very proud of him, and watching him grow up, it's really cool to see him do his thing.
That is. Well, you sort of grew up around basketball, and so it seems natural you continue. But to have the level of success you have, it's not just having a father who played. What inspired you, or what inspires you about basketball?
Well, you mentioned it, my father. My maturation as a ball player, I can only thank my father for. My father was a great player, came out of Chicago DuSable High School, and in the fall of '54 played on that great team that was cheated in the state championship, and went on to Bradley, became, along with his high school teammate, became Bradley's first black basketball players. They won a national title his junior year. My dad went to the Detroit Pistons, got cut, and came back to start a family. I came along, 7 years later, and he taught me everything he knew about basketball, but he also put me around basketball players. And he put me around the Globetrotters. The Globetrotters would come to town once a year, and I got to be the ball boy. So my future was kind of sitting in front of me as a 3-year-old, and I owe my father that. My mother will say that I got my personality from her, but I got my personality in the game of basketball from my father.
So not everyone has that kind of experience or parental support, but a lot of kids would like to accomplish the things you have. What advice do you give to young people who are looking to accomplish their goals?
It's simple. It may sound cliche, but never give up. That was my family motto, came from my father. No matter how hard you try, don't ever give up. Give 100% in whatever you're doing. And even if you fail, no one can ever take anything away from you because you gave it your all. And on top of that, believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. And it's not a cockiness, it's a confidence that you can do anything if given the opportunity. And I'm that type of person. And I've been knocked on the canvas many times, but I got back up, and that's what I try to instill in these kids is to never give up, chase your dreams, set your goals, give 100% and try achieving them. And you never know what can happen. It could take you to 94 countries.
No, great words of wisdom. I think it was Babe Ruth who once said, it's hard to beat somebody who refuses to quit. That you don't always win the first time you try, but the only sure way to lose is to give up.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of hard times, so you have started these camps, they've had a lot of success, and we were hit with a pandemic. What challenges and struggles have you faced during the pandemic, and how did you work through them?
Oh, man. I had we were at capacity at about 750 kids. That's the boys and girls combined and the participants, because I hire the top high school basketball players in the greater Peoria area. So in 2020, we probably had close to 600 participants signed up and ready to go. And 48 hours before the camp began, I had to shut it down. And it was tough. And there was a lot of people that were angry with me for
Yep.
shutting it down because the kids had been beat up. They were tired of missing out on so many things, not only the physical health, but the mental aspect of it. The kids were beat up and they wanted something that they love, which is the camp, to happen. And I had to shut it down reluctantly, but I did the right thing. And then the next year, we had our biggest camp ever, even with the threat of Delta emerging back in August. But we were able to handle things with the protocols, and we got through and made a lot of people happy. So in 2020, it was doom and gloom. It was tough. It was tough.
Well, Curley, you've had a lot of success on the court, are continuing to have and build success off the court. So for young people who may be watching this interview, who just want to be an agent of change in their community, maybe on the court or off, any parting words of wisdom you'd like to share with individuals following in your footsteps, people who want to make a difference in their communities?
Well, I think you got to lead by example. I think that's the best way to lead. And nobody's perfect. I'll be the first to tell you I'm not perfect, but I try to do the right things, and I work my butt off, and I try to respect people and give them respect that they would want. But like I said earlier, give 100% in whatever what you're trying to do. Never give up, and you never know what can happen. But you've got to put yourself in that position. Um, I had a coach many years ago that told me success occurs when opportunity meets preparation. Success occurs when opportunity meets preparation. So I live by that and never give up. And another coach told me, Tex Harris, and he said, God gave you two ends in life. He gave you one to sit on and one to think with. So success depends on which one you use the most. It's a matter of heads you win and tails you lose.
That's great. I hope you don't mind if I use that going forward.
I
Uh,
used his.
What I like about interviewing people like this is sometimes young people see that say, well, he just had more natural ability than me. He had a different background than me. I can't do it. And I think what I take away from this is that the two greatest things for success are hard work and tenacity, not giving up. And everyone has the ability to work hard. Everyone has the ability to keep going even if you get knocked down. And that's a great lesson to leave.
Started 3 times in high school. Three is a magic number. 3 times in high school. So that just goes to show that it's not the end. You pick yourself up off the canvas and give yourself a chance. You never know what can happen.
Exactly. I tell my daughter in life, in a basketball game, there's a winner and there's a loser. But in life, you don't win or lose. In life, you either win or you learn. You get knocked down, you learn from that experience. If you pick yourself back up, you'll have a chance to win again.
That is correct.
And Curley, you have led that life, and that's why you have been chosen by the Treasurer's Office for our award for outstanding accomplishments in the field of sports. Curley, it has been an honor to talk with you today and a real joy.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you so much. Thank you for the committee for nominating me, and thank you for selecting me. I'm truly honored. It's my state, and I'm very happy about this. Thank you.
Great. And your state is proud of you. Take care.
You as well. Be well.